Hey everybody, this is your boy Andrew. I do hope and pray that you are having a blessed day. I know I am. Bringing you guys an undefeated Mathmeck list. Anybody who's already subbed to me knows that this is one of my favorite decks. And if you're new to the channel, guys, trust me, I love playing this deck. And this deck is something you should really try out. I think it's extremely underrated. It gets your opponent out of there going second. It does really great things going first as well. And it can really grind. I think that's another underrated aspect of the deck. It can really grind. So without further ado, guys, I'm just going to jump right into the list and let's see how you like it. So starting off, non-negotiable, we're playing the triple Sigma. You have to play this at 3. This card's just too good not to play at 3. Then we're cutting down from 3 to 2. Nobla is fine with the release of diameter. You don't need this card at 3 anymore. And then we're doing the 2 addition, 2 subtraction. I think that's perfect ratios for these. I don't really ever see a scenario when you want to run more than 2 of each of them. We're doing double multiplication. I play Desire, so I do want at least 1 in the deck, so that's the reason behind that. And then for the new guy, Mathmeck Diameter, what he does is if you normal summon him, he can special summon the level 4 or lower Cybers from Graveyard. And then any Xyz or Synchro Mathmeck monster that was made for this gets a Omni Negate, basically. So this is really solid. Then we're playing the Double Balancer Lord. This card's really good. I cut the debug microcoder package for this just because I wanted to fit in more interaction with my opponent because, you know, boards are so oppressive nowadays. This card's really solid. Makes your Cybers wicked, you know, a lot more live, whatnot, and you don't have to necessarily go through as many steps. Also, it's a 17 stick, so it beats over Herald if you're playing combo deck, and trust me, they will summon the Herald. So it's really great. Love the new addition to the deck, and with the release of Diameter as well, I just find that this is a better complement to Diameter, and the debug package was kind of getting in the way of that, and I really wanted to be able to showcase Diameter, what it could do. So this was the right choice in my opinion. Then we're doing the double kaiju just to out things like, you know, cheese rather like Dragoon. I think Dragoon, you know, obviously qualifies as cheese now, at least to me. Things like Buster Lock, whatnot, you know, giving everything you know, a Monarch Lock essentially is oppressive, but we have a way to get rid of that. And then the one Pankratops, if you're going second in any way, form, or fashion, I just think that you have to be you just have to play this card because it's too good not to. It wins matchups by itself sometimes. And then that's it for that, guys. Then getting into our hand traps, we're running the triple Ash, triple Gamma, and obviously the one driver for fuel. So that rounds off the monsters. Then go into the spells, triple Signet Mind to search out any of the pieces that you may need. We're playing triple Mystic Mind, most unfair card in the game as far as I'm concerned. It needs to be banned, but as long as it's legal, I'm playing it. Because I kind of have to be successful with this deck. You know, as I said, it's a lot going on with turn 1 boards nowadays. So you have to be able to combat that and drop down the Mystic Mind, and pretty much you're free to play and OTK your opponent. Then we're playing double Desires. I normally run 3, but I'm, you know, testing out 2. At least I did for this build, and it worked out well for me. So I'll probably run 2 for the time being because I still want to be able to fit 40. As I said, still a lot going on. Go with turn 1. I want to be able to run just 40 cards so to see all my interruption and all my outs, whatnot. So 2 for now is good. Then 1 Mathmeck Equation, and then the 1 Feather Duster. As I said, I really do, since this card is now off the list, I just think it's too good of a card not to play, just to have main deck back row removal, because back row has played this format. I mean, I understand there's a lot of emphasis on things like Dragon Link and other combo decks, Infernoble, you know, different things like that. But you also got your Eldritch, you know, at least in my area, Geist is still played, and you know, Tier 1 Dogmatica plays, you know, a fair bit of back row. So I just think we need to have a main deck answer for that as well in the form of Feather Duster, and I'm glad it's off the list. So it rounds out the spells and into the traps. Best trap card in the game, triple impermanence, possibly the best hand trap in the game as well, that and Gamma. So this card right here actually just can end the turn in itself, hit the Ice Soul, hit the Needle Fiber, just stops them right there. And then double of completely busted card, Mathmeck Super Factorial, allowing me to Xyz Synchro my opponent's turn, guys. And then especially what I really like about this card now, with the addition of Diameter, is that you're summoning our Mathmeck Laplation from the extra deck, which we'll show you later in the profile. You're getting almost a Trish, 2/3 of a Trish type effect, or a whole Trish type effect. We'll be able to send 1 monster, 1 spell, and 1 card from my opponent's hand, or at least 2 of the 3, and you're getting a negate out of the same card. So honestly, truth be told, Laplation, this card honestly may just make Laplation the best card in the extra deck. So especially with the addition of diameter. So I play that too, just because, as I said, I run the desires, and I always want to be able to have one that's accessible. Then getting into the extra deck, I'm playing the one Linger Rebo. This is really, really good, especially if I'm trying to like play through back row, whatnot. I'll make a Linger Rebo first, and then try to go on my combo. One Link Disciple, one Link Devotee. Then we're playing the one Cyberse Wicked, and especially with the addition of Balancer Lord, this becomes a lot more live. It's a lot easier to use. Then we're playing the Splash Mage, because we know we like to facilitate the OTK with our Access Code Talker. Speaking of which, got the Transcode Talker, because that gets us to our Access Code Talker. Then we have the Access Code Talker. So that rounds out the links. Then onto our Xyz package. Double Allen Burson, searches anything out of my deck, and then if you get the right amount of materials to detach, it can search you any card in your deck. So that's really solid. Never comes up, but it's still something it can do. Double Laplacians card is really, 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 really good. It was really good beforehand, and especially with diameter going, it's really, really good now. This is really what I like to kind of end on turn one, because you go ahead, you do this, you wait for your opponent to do something, you flip the super factorial, get rid of whatever your opponent's doing, to loop them for one card. Then you get a negate on top of that. Just too solid. So playing the double Laplacian. The one Borload Savage, because you can make this fairly often, especially as I said in the grind game. Summon any of my tuner extenders, or especially one of the diameters. Go ahead, go into this, and just be able to make a stick that has negates. It's gotten me there more than once, and I like the addition, so I'd probably keep it in for now. The one Omega, obviously, to complement, because number one, we can hard make this, and then also to complement the Cyframe Gear Gamma, just because it's like if I'm doing a search, say my Cynet mining or something like that, go ahead, Gamma the Ash or whatnot, or the Droll, which is becoming more prevalent, and then go ahead, drop this down, and then loop them for another card. So now your opponent's playing with 3, and you're here comboing off, so it's really, really solid. And then we're doing the one Mathmeck Magma, and then the one big boy, the Mathmeck Final Sigma. If you drop this, I guarantee you're just going to win the game. This card is sick. If you don't know what it does, it's unaffected by cards except Mathmeck effects while it's in the extra monster zone. And then all my Mathmecks give it additional effects. For instance, like my multiplication doubles its attack. And then what this does is it inflicts double battle damage to anything that it attacks. So it's just pretty much a one-hitter quitter. Get your opponent right out of there and get you the W. So that's it for the main deck and the extra. Let's get into what your boy sided. Siding currently triple Nibiru. As I said, it's really good. I think this card maybe gets better after the new set comes out, because you're going to have things like Tri-Brigade, Datascape, whatnot, to summon a lot. So I think this card does get a lot better. Then we're having Artifact Lance. Yeah, you have to play this card right now. If you're not, I advise you to seriously slide this card in. It is that good. It shuts down many a deck in the format. It's just so good. Then triple Droll Lock. I recently said on one of my Mermail profiles that I was really considering going to Droll Lock in the main over Ash, and I'm still considering that. I'm definitely going to test that, just because I want more hand traps that are more inclined to end the turn completely. With all the searching going on with a lot of the better decks, hitting them with the draw at the right time, it really does hurt them. So I'm really contemplating heavily on going to this in the main. Then we're doing the triple Lightning Storms, to get rid of degenerate boards and degenerate back row, if you will. Great card all around. And then, just in case your opponent makes us go first, this is my tech, triple Rivalry of Warlords. I really like this card because you can do pretty much all your power plays under this card, and it really chokes the life out of a lot of decks, especially when you're hitting on certain choke points. Like I had a Dragon Link guy make me go first. Just had a feeling he was going to do that because he knew I was playing OTK, so I guess he figured he had the advantage if he were to do that. And so I sided Rivalry in. Go ahead, make my board that ends on my Laplacian, have my loops ready to go, my negate ready to go, and as soon as he summons his Needle Fiber, just go ahead, flip the Rivalry, and it was just complete blowout. Just complete blowout. He wasn't able to do anything. So this card's really, really, really solid overall, because it's, with all combo boards, they're all going Needle Fiber, like Infernoble, whatever, whatnot. They really want to get back to summoning warriors. They want to summon the Boral Savage, Dragon Link. Obviously, they're mainly dragons, but that choke point, that Needle Fiber choke point is still there. So this card really, really shines. So guys, this rounds off the deck profile. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're running the deck, things that you've been experimenting with, things that you would like to see me, promote in the future, different decks that you would like me to, profile as well, guys. And if you're new to the channel, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. And this has been your boy Angel. Do have a blessed day. Be safe out there, and peace.